tell you what I was willing to do, and I'm still willing to do. I'm letting my hair grow out. They won't. They can take my hair.
Okay.
If there's anything in my body that shouldn't be in my body, guess what? It'll come up in my hair.
Absolutely.
Or spinal tapping. I mean, hey, if you want to do it, like, I can see that's my only issue with the Pacquiao thing. You know, if they felt like Mayweather was trying to say something about me, he didn't ask for spinal tapping. He asked for blood, which you can beat. They can beat the urine and the blood. They can beat that. That's the easiest thing to beat. You got to realize something. I'm a lifelong athlete. I know athletes that been beating it, that was beaten in college.
Okay.
So it ain't like you know, they asking for hair. They're asking for blood, dude. These jokers they've been beating, like, there's a way to beat these tests, and these guys know how to beat the test. They know that a random test puts them in a bad position because now it's random. And if you just shot up the day before, or that morning, or 2 days before, whatever long the gestation period is, that's something in your body, now you can't get it out. You get what I'm saying? That's what it is. And it's the random testing that really is bothering them. I don't think it's the testing itself. It's the random testing.
Do you put any stock? I don't know if you've seen the tape that that's been released after his first fight with Eric Morales, where he complained about his blood being drawn, like the day before the weigh-in, and how that.
You know what?
All that.
Tell you something.
Okay.
It's full of shit. Because I took my blood test the week before I left to go fight Juan Diaz, and look how many punches I threw. That's bull crap. That's bull crap. That's a cop-out. And if anybody tells you anything else, they know what the hell they're talking about. That's a cop-out. As a matter of fact, Freddie Roach knows he won't vouch for it, but he knows I ain't lying about it because I'm going to tell you what happened. I sparred Bernard Dunn, and there's some tape of it. I sparred Bernard Dunn, and I sparred Alex Arthur the same day that I got my blood drawn. Now, I felt sluggish that day. But 2 days later, I went in there and gave Bernard Dunn all the work, all he could handle. And I'm not going to say I beat him up because I don't believe that that's what happens in sparring. I think we gave each other really good work. And I would always show Bernard the most respect because I love him to death as a fighter. But real talk, that's garbage. Okay.
Because I wasn't sure, because I don't know if you've seen the tape or not, but I'll basically break it down for you. What he says, he says that they lost his blood sample, and then the day before the weigh-in, so 2 days before the fight, they had to take more blood from him, and then the doctor told him to rehydrate. He told the doctor
all he had to do was drink orange juice.
Because he's claiming that he couldn't rehydrate because he was already on weight. And if he did, he was.
All he had to do was sip on some orange juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you about this part of it. I just wish that they could change it for everybody. Here's something now. Now that I bring up Shane Mosley, I just want to get your opinion on it because this is another thing that's broken in the last 5 days or a week or so. Is that now Berto's camp is saying that they didn't have enough time to ask Shane to take extra tests for their fight. And that might not happen, and everybody wants to talk about these tests now.
Let me tell you something. If he pull out of this fight, HBO will never deal with him again.
Right. Just for the record, though, do you think that Shane should take extra tests or whatever, what the case may be?
I mean, I don't feel like he has anything to hide. If he has nothing to hide, take the test.
Okay. All right.
I mean, Shane is a superior fighter. I mean, Berto's my dude. Been knowing him since he was 14 years old.
Yeah, I know you guys hang out you live in the same area pretty much, right?
Well, Florida.
All
over Florida circuit when he was a little kid. I mean, don't do that, man. But don't do that. Don't come trying to redo the contract after the contract is signed.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of this fight not happening one time, and now that it's coming back on again, that maybe just a tiny bit of bad blood has developed between
Shane, Shane probably don't like him at all after they make that statement.
Right. I couldn't imagine that he would. I think that Berto might be in for a rough night, though. Personally.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Did you see what happened to him when the kid Luis Collazo. Collazo can't punch like Shane.
Right, and Shane walked through Collazo a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I think for me, the two guys that fight very similarly, but Berto's a lot more flat-footed and doesn't have as much power.
Jeff Lacey.
Right. He just doesn't have the power that Shane does. On speed, they're probably pretty close on par with each other. But when Shane hits him, Berto's gonna know about it.
Shane got the kind of foot speed that will ruin you.
Right. Footwork, Berto can't touch him. But hand speed, I think they're probably on par with each other.
Well, let me tell you something. Hand speed is the easiest thing to overcome. Foot speed is not.
I think Berto doesn't really know how to fight on the inside either.
Not like Shane.
No.
Me and Shane went to war on the inside some years back.
Really?
Yeah, I love sparring with Shane. I had a ball.
Yeah, I think Shane loves to spar with just about anybody.
Yeah, we had a ball. We had a ball sparring.
All right, let me get you to talk a little bit about how exactly you ended up at Golden Boy and how you finally got released from Don King. How did that all come together?
Terry Checkers, we had been trying to get with Golden Boy, for quite a while. I mean, even after we started, word had been out there that both parties were wanting to get together. But Don King was the holdup. I mean, so what happened was a little money changed hands. I mean, Don King stepped aside, and I'm a Golden Boy.
I couldn't be happier for you to get away from Don King.
I couldn't either. I couldn't either. I mean, in the immortal words of Don King, I'm so glad I ain't got to fuck with you no more.
What are your feelings on being a Golden Boy? How has it been so far in the short time you've been there?
So far, I mean, look, as the man said, it's falling off the mountain. So far, so good.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't particularly know. I mean, I expect the best. I hope for the best. I'm hoping for the best. I'm extremely motivated to prove my worth. You know what I'm saying? I'm extremely motivated to fight the very best guys out there. I'm extremely motivated to do the very best I can to make Golden Boy, the company Golden Boy look good, to bring a title home. If that's what we're going after. I mean, the sad part about it is, all I can do is wait.
Now,
all I can do is wait and hope that that I can get I know I can get the best fights for these guys.
Have they said any names specifically to you yet, as far as who you might fight next?
Well, everything is pretty close to the chest right now. I really can't talk about none of the names you're talking about.
Okay.
But I mean, hey, they're already talking the best fighters in the world. Let's just say that.
I know that there was talks just a couple months ago that you might fight Kendall Holt.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were playing. I mean, a lot of things were awry in the first bid and this and the other. I wasn't signed with Golden Boy, so I didn't have anybody bid on my behalf. So I don't know where that fight is right now. Okay.
Now, I've heard something, too, about a possible Juan Manuel Marquez fight.
I heard the same thing. I mean, I can't deny I can't deny that, and I can't say, that's going to happen. But, I would love to fight.
I remember you saying that you wanted Marquez and Hatton more than anybody else last time I talked to you.
Yes, and everybody knows I want that. I mean, so long as we know that that's what Nate Campbell wants, I hope the Golden Boy can make that happen. We can do a mini box off.
Okay.
I don't care how it's done. I really want to fight Ricky Hatton. I've always wanted to fight Ricky Hatton. Not because a lot of guys are like, oh man, I'll smash him. I don't want to fight Ricky Hatton because I think it'll be one of the most exciting fights ever.
And I know how you feel about overseas fans too.
I love them. Oh my God, I love them. You know why I love the overseas fans? They support their fighters. Even if I come into the room and they boo me, I'm okay with that. Especially if they're supporting if the room is packed and they're supporting their fighter.
Right. Yeah, I can agree with you on that too, because you got a guy like Amir Khan who gets knocked out in the first round, and everybody's still behind his back too.
Yeah, but American fans. I want to say this to all American fans. We have a lot to learn. We have a lot to learn. We have a lot. We give up on our fighters so fast. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
We give up on our fighters so fast.
There's no chance that I could say a name and get a response from you one way or the other. So I'm not going to go down that road.
Because I don't know. I mean, I'd be lying to you if I told you some bullshit like that.
when do you think that you might be able to get? When are you going to get in the ring? Do you have any idea? Is it sometime
between March and May, and I'll probably be fighting. I'm probably gonna be What I'm doing right now is I'm simply I'm training. I thought I'd be in Tampa next week for 3 days training. I'm just training.
Okay.
I'm training, staying in shape.
Now the way that Golden Boy had everything worked out this past year, they had a lot of airtime on HBO. Does that mean that you're pretty much guaranteed to be on it?
That's where we want to go.
Okay, so I will see you on HBO next time you fight.
That's what I want.
Okay.
That's what I'm praying for. Hopefully, that's what we're looking at.